Deep in Australia's Red Desert, shrouded by 45 mysterious radomes, is Pine Gap, a top-secret intelligence facility. What secrets does Pine Gap hold, and why is it so controversial? Let's delve into this enigmatic enigma. At its core, Pine Gap serves as the ground control station for U.S. geosynchronous signals intelligence satellites. These satellites, including the latest Orion constellation, orbit 35,000 kilometers above the Earth, providing near real-time surveillance of missile launches and communications across Eurasia, the Middle East and Asia. For instance, the 7,600 mission monitors Eurasia and Africa, while 8,300 focuses on China and Russia. Pine Gap processes the data intercepted by these satellites, which include missile telemetry, radar emissions, and communications. This allows it to detect missile launches and communicate with submarines and other assets. Moreover, Pine Gap plays a crucial role in missile defense and nuclear targeting. Since 2020, the facility has housed 10 new radomes equipped with infrared tracking systems, like the Space-Based Infrared System and the Space Tracking and Surveillance System. These systems can detect ballistic missile launches hundreds of kilometers away. This capability enables Pine Gap to track launches not just in Australia's region, but also US nuclear forces for potential responses. Leaked documents revealed that Pine Gap is also a key component of America's global drone warfare apparatus. The facility geolocates targets in Pakistan, Yemen, and Somalia, enabling US drone strikes. This function has resulted in numerous civilian casualties, fueling controversies surrounding Pine Gap's role in warfare. While Pine Gap's primary purpose is signals intelligence, it also boasts impressive technical capabilities. Equipped with large dishes, powerful computers, and advanced encryption tools, it intercepts and analyzes data from various sources, including satellites, radio waves, and internet traffic. These systems enable Pine Gap to gather extensive information on global events. What makes Pine Gap truly enigmatic is the extent of secrecy surrounding its operations. Despite being a joint facility, the United States exerts significant control over Pine Gap. Compartmentalized access prevents even high-ranking Australian officials from being aware of all aspects of the facility's work. Furthermore, the Defense Special Undertaking Act of 1952 imposes severe penalties for trespassers, which have only been invoked twice, both times against anti-war protesters. This legal opacity adds to the enigma of Pine Gap. Since 2020, the facility has undergone covert expansion. 10 new radomes have been added without public consultation or parliamentary debate. Satellite imagery reveals extensive land clearing and construction, but the true scope and purpose remain classified. The secrecy enveloping Pine Gap has given rise to numerous conspiracy theories. The most prominent concerns the Whitlam dismissal in 1975. Prime Minister Gough Whitlam threatened to expose Pine Gap's secrets and shut it down. However, he was abruptly dismissed by Governor General John Kerr. Declassified letters show that Kerr denied having CIA ties, but whistleblowers insist otherwise, fueling speculation about Pine Gap's role in the dismissal. Further controversies arose when CIA contractor Christopher Boyce revealed during his trial that Pine Gap monitored Australian political communications and withheld intelligence from Canberra. This espionage raised questions about sovereignty and the true nature of Pine Gap's operations. After the 2014 disappearance of Malaysia Airlines flight MH370, analysts suggested that Pine Gap or the Jindalee over-the-horizon radar could have tracked the flight. However, no data was ever released to the public. Pine Gap's role in modern warfare has been exposed through leaked documents linking it to carpet bombing in Cambodia during the Vietnam War and providing real-time intelligence for Israeli operations during the 1973 Yom Kippur War and the 2023 Gaza conflict. Despite the secrecy, Pine Gap's strategic importance is evident. Situated on what the U.S. Air Force calls the Lucky Strike Line, the facility provides an ideal vantage point for monitoring both the Asia-Pacific region and Antarctica. In any conflict involving nuclear weapons, Pine Gap would likely be a top priority target for China or Russia, making it a potential nuclear battleground. Moreover, Pine Gap serves as a critical node in the global surveillance network known as Echelon or X-Keyscore, allowing it to tap into communications worldwide. Edward Snowden's revelations about these programs highlighted the extent of Pine Gap's reach. In recent years, there's been a push to expand Pine Gap's capabilities to counter China's growing influence. Between 2020 and 2022, 10 new radomes were constructed, significantly enhancing the facility's ability to track hypersonic missiles. This expansion directly supports the U.S. strategy of integrated deterrence against China. Admiral John Aquilino, commander of the U.S. 7th Fleet, called Australia a perfect location for these operations. Today, Pine Gap employs more than 800 personnel, forming a tight-knit community within the small town of Alice Springs. While some residents rely on the jobs provided, others fear the facility's role in nuclear targeting. As tensions rise over Taiwan, Pine Gap's role in cueing U.S. nuclear forces could escalate tensions with China, potentially increasing the risk of preemptive strikes. Critics argue that it entangles Australia in U.S. foreign wars, raising ethical questions about sovereignty and the cost of secrecy. From Cold War spy base to modern warfighting hub, Pine Gap's evolution continues. Despite the secrecy, whistleblowers like Boyce and Snowden have shed light on its operations, exposing the extent of its capabilities. But with limited parliamentary oversight, the true scope of Pine Gap's activities may never be fully revealed. This has been Pine Gap in 100 seconds. If you want to learn more about this secretive facility, check out the long-form video in the description or comments below. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.